In today's video, we are going to explore the concept of simple interest and learn how to calculate it effectively. To understand how simple interest works, let us consider a practical scenario. Imagine that you have £200 in savings and you decide to lend this money to someone at a simple interest rate of 3% per year. Now, what does that really mean in practical terms? It means that over time, the borrower will be required to pay you back the original amount of £200 that you lent them, along with an additional 3% for each year that they keep your money. To figure out how much the borrower would owe you after 1 year, we start by calculating 3% of £200. This calculated amount represents the interest for the first year. We have discussed percentage calculations in a previous video, but for now, the method we will use involves converting the percentage into a decimal. So we take the number 3, divide it by 100, which gives us 0.03, and then multiply that decimal by the amount we want to find a percentage of, which in this case is £200. Therefore, 0.03 multiplied by 200 results in £6. That £6 is the interest earned for the first year. To find out the total amount the borrower owes after 1 year, we simply add the £6 of interest to the original loan of £200. That gives us a total of £206 after 1 year. However, loans are not always taken for just 1 year. Suppose instead the borrower keeps the money for 2 years. In that case, we could take the amount owed after the first year, which is £206, and add another year's worth of interest, which is again £6. This would bring the total amount owed after 2 years to £212. This method works well when calculating interest for a short time span such as 1 year, 2 years, or even 3 years. But what if the borrowing period is longer, such as 10 years? In that situation, it is more efficient to use a slightly different method. We start again with the original £200. Since the interest earned each year is £6, we simply multiply £6 by 10, which is the number of years. That gives us £60 in total interest over 10 years. Adding that to the original amount, we find that the borrower would owe you £260 in total after 10 years. Now, let's look at a different example for practice. Feel free to pause the video and try it on your own before we go through it together. In this example, we are told that Dora invests £600 in a bank account for a period of 6 years. The account pays simple interest at a rate of 2.1% per year. Our task is to determine the total amount of money Dora will have at the end of the 6 years. To solve this, we begin by identifying the original amount invested, which is £600. This is the principal amount that she will definitely get back. Next, we calculate how much interest she earns each year. To do that, we convert 2.1% into a decimal by dividing it by 100, resulting in 0.021. We then multiply that decimal by the original £600. This gives us an annual interest of £12.60. To find the total interest over 6 years, we multiply £12.60 by 6, which equals £75.60. Adding this to the original investment of £600, we get a total amount of £675.60. That is the amount Dora will have after 6 years. That concludes our explanation for this video. Hopefully, everything made sense, and you now feel more confident calculating simple interest. If you found this helpful, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss future content. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.